We can see you there on the water. You've steadied your boat somewhat, less bobbing up and down this time. You've got a perfect view of that Martyrs Bridge. What are you expecting over the next few hours?
If it wasn't on the job, this would be the perfect day, Paul. I'm telling you, the sun is still out. The Bosphorus, as you can see, we're not that stable, but we do apologize to our viewers for that. But just to tell you a significance, right now we are facing the Asian side. That's the Kuleli Military Academy. Why is this area so significant? Well, a year ago, some of the coup plotters came from that military academy and tried to take that sea line under their control. That's until they reached the Chengalkoi police station a little further that way, and that's where people resisted, and 17 people were killed that night in this area. There are plans to convert this military academy now, the Kuleli Military Academy, into a museum and commemorate and dedicate it to those people that lost their lives that night. And to place ourselves, give our viewers an idea of where we are in this magnificent city, if I can just ask my cameraman to pan the camera slightly. You guys were seeing Yasin Ekin from that side right there, the bridge, the first bridge, previously known as the Bosphorus Bridge, now renamed the Martyrs Bridge, the July 15 Martyrs Bridge. Beyond that, you have the Hagia Sophia, and the historical districts of Istanbul, and this entire area. A year ago, a few hours later, in fact about 2.5 hours later, it'll be exactly 1 year when this bridge, the vicinity of it, was taken hostage by coup plotters, and that is why it is so significant today. And as we move back, pan back towards the Asian side, Chengalkoi and Kuleli, right behind me, people are making their way towards the Bosphorus Bridge to relive that night, to commemorate the loss of 249 people who were killed in that night of resistance, as many Turks call it, 1 year ago.
You mentioned there the significance, Ali, of that bridge. You said it was taken hostage. 249 people lost their lives across Turkey that evening, but the bridge was significant. Explain to us why. What events took place over the course of the evening 12 months ago?
So what we saw, as this coup unfolded, we saw that the coup plotters targeted state institutions, symbols of the state. One of the first targets, as you mentioned, as our correspondents have been mentioning, was the bridge. So tanks moved in, armored personnel carriers moved in. Nobody knew what was going on. Then the coup plotters moved and took over the state broadcaster, where we were transmitting from TRT World, the TRT network, and they had a news presenter from TRT Turkish service read out a statement. Now, these are all tactics that would take place in the 1980s, the 1960s. Take over the bridge, take over the state broadcaster, but we are in 2016. A year ago was 2016. It's the digital age. Cell phones have replaced the television. The state broadcaster, still significant, can't match for a cell phone and FaceTime. And we saw over the course of the night, first people started rallying, mobilizing, using WhatsApp, social media. Then we even saw Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the Turkish president, who wasn't in Istanbul, he was on a coastal area by the Aegean, come on FaceTime, which was taken live on CNN Turk on that night. So it was quite a significant event. So on the one hand, you had the coup that was following a playbook from, let's say, the 1960s or 1980s, but then, as things are in a cosmopolitan city, in a cosmopolitan country like Turkey, people were able to share their own messages via social media. And because of that, we saw tens of thousands, not only in this city, Istanbul, but tens of thousands of people across Turkey, from Gaziantep, where I was reporting on the story on the refugees, to Istanbul, to Ankara, mobilize, respond, and get out on the streets. And a year later, they're still getting out on the streets to commemorate and to show the world, in some ways, a lot of people that we've spoken to, that they stand for democracy. And to protect that democracy, they took a step, they took measures 1 year ago, and they're still willing to show up on the streets of Istanbul, on the streets of Ankara, on the streets of Gaziantep, 1 year after that coup attempt.
Okay, Ali, thank you very much.